If there's a lack of positive, meaningful touch that you feel that you've missed when you were growing up, cry out to Jesus in desperation and let him stretch out his hand and touch you. First, with the cleansing of your sin, and second, with the assurance of his love that nothing can separate us from. What if you are 40 years old and your dad says, "Come on over here, buddy, give me a hug," and maybe even a kiss? What do? Last week, as we saw it, if you're Jacob, you do it, because that's exactly what he did. And understand, Jacob is 40 years old now. And his father Isaac said to him, "Come near and kiss me, my son." So this is not a long distance hug or kiss or a meaningful physical touch. It's a close one. And as we said, we see in this example of Isaac blessing his son, Jacob, that there are these 5 special keys, these 5 keys to giving a blessing to our children, to our grandchildren, to our spouse. First, as we said, is positive, meaningful touch. Second is spoken or written words. Third is attaching high value. Fourth is picturing a special future. And fifth is an active, genuine commitment. We're looking at the first one, and that is positive, meaningful touch. Why do our kids and our grandkids and even our spouse need positive touch? Positive, meaningful touch communicates blessing on a physical level. Researchers estimated that if some type A personalities would hug their spouse several times a day, they could increase their lifespan almost by 2 years. Not to mention what it would do for your marriage or for your relationship with your children. Neglecting to positively touch your children starves them of genuine love and acceptance so much that it can drive them into cults and gangs, and even worse, the arms of someone else who's all too willing to touch them. The result is young people are drawn into the arms of others who offer a false sense of blessing and belonging. If we ignore the physical and emotional needs of our children and spouse or close friends have for appropriate, positive, meaningful touch, we deny them a hugely important part of the blessing. But now, what's worse? I think what's worse is denying the biblical example of positive, meaningful touch that Jesus Christ gives us while he was here on earth, of giving a sense of acceptance and blessing by touching others. Where in Scripture do we have any example of Jesus touching someone that maybe no one else would have touched? There are numerous examples, but Jesus gives at least 2. One is this meaningful touch of children. Jesus dropped everything he was doing and blessed them with positive, meaningful touch. That's not the only example. There's others of Jesus giving positive, meaningful touch. The other one is touching the leper. When a leper came to him asking for help, what did he do? But Jesus, knowing his emotional need as well as his physical and spiritual need, stretched out his hand and touched him. What would that have felt like? Maybe today you're feeling that separation and you're not even sure how to give that kind of touch because you've never gotten that kind of touch. And maybe what you need is like this leper, to come to Jesus and let him reach out and touch you.